What is up, guys? Today I am back again with a deck profile. So Extreme Force is being released really soon, and I wanted to show you guys a deck list that I have been working on in preparation for Heavy Metal Foe's Electromite, because that Link monster really speeds up Pendulum Magicians and it gives them a major power boost. So yeah, I'm just going to show you my Pendulum Magician. Alright, so to start things off, we play 3 of the sorcerers. So old Pendulum Magician decks rarely played all three copies of Chronograph Sorcerer, and maybe play 2 or 3 Astrograph Sorcerers, but never both sorcerers all maxed out. Now, why do we do that? Well, because Electromite requires 2 pendulum monsters to summon, and both of these sorcerers actually have a pendulum effect where they can destroy themselves, and it special summons a Pendulum Magician from the deck onto the field. So it gives you a free body on the field which you can use to link summon into Electromite without using your normal summon or your pendulum summon. So maxing out these ensures that you can get Electromite out as consistently as possible. And they also have secondary effects that helps you extend your plays and make your board. So for example, Astrograph can, when something's destroyed, it can special summon itself and it searches for a monster that was destroyed on the same turn. So it actually helps you search for cards. Chronograph Sorcerer is pretty good when it does the same thing where it special summons itself when something's destroyed on your field, and its effect, instead of adding card from your deck, it actually special summons a monster from your hand. So this card also helps you build your board faster. One of the main combos here is actually having Odd Eyes Dissolver and then summoning Chronograph and then special summoning Dissolver and then fusion summoning into Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, which is negate anything by shuffling a Pendulum monster from the extra deck. And also it's level 6, so you can also make a Naruto with Oath Dragon Magician as well if you really wanted to. So these sorcerers are needed for the deck to make sure it runs as smoothly and consistently as possible. Moving on to the Pendulum Magicians, we play triple Double Iris Magician. It searches out all of your Pendulum Graph cards, so your trap that pops things and your spell, which can help you search for other Pendulum Magician monsters. So it's one of the main Pendulum Magicians that you want to keep popping during your turn. We play triple Harmonizing Magician. When it's Pendulum Summon, it can special summon a Pendulum Magician from your deck, so it could be any of the other level 4s. Even the level 4 Tuner, and also Oath Dragon Magician from the deck, when you can make a Naruto with a Chronograph Sorcerer as well. Purple Poison for removal. Popping it triggers its monster effect, which then pops a face-up card on the field. And we play triple Wisdom Eye Magician because it actually fixes your scales. When you have a Perform Power or a Pendulum Magician on the other scale, it can pop itself to and then search for a Pendulum Magician, and then it sets it onto the Pendulum scale. So it destroys itself, and then it also floats into a different magician. So it kind of helps you fix your scales, and the popping helps trigger the other effects of your monsters. As one-offs, I play one Oath Dragon. It actually helps you recycle card pieces. So one of the main combos here is going from Wisdom Eye into Oath Dragon, and then Oath Dragon putting Wisdom Eye back into your hand. So it actually extends your combos, and it's level 6, so you can summon Naruto with a Chronograph Sorcerer. So it's quite easy to summon. And also to finish off our one-offs magicians, we play the Time Gazer and then the Stargazer, because these are special summoned off of the sorcerers. Okay, moving on, we play a party of Perform Pals. So 3 Jokers, you know what they do, it searches pretty much your whole deck. I play triple Performer Pal Pendulum Sorcerer. This is really good because it has that popping effect and also searches for Performer Power cards. So if you haven't used your normal summon, you can search for Joker, for example. Or you can search for your Lizard Draw and your Guitar Turtles, which effectively lets you draw 2 cards. One of the main cards that I search with Perform Power Pendulum Sorcerer is Odd Eyes Dissolver, because it can help me summon a Vortex Dragon. To finish off with some one-off monsters, I play one Abyss Actor mainly for consistency, because it can special summon itself when you control no monsters from the Pendulum scale, so it gives you a free Pendulum monster on the field, so you can special summon a Electromite faster. Play Luster Pendulum because, again, consistency, you can pop your scales, so there could be Double Iris, which then helps you search for a pendulum graph, or it even triggers your sorcerer's effect. And one Gofu because why not, but most of the time I don't really see it that often, and sometimes I don't really need to use it as well, but it's there. Okay, to finish off with spells and traps, triple Duelist Alliance because it searches for Double Iris and your graphs and your Pendulum Sorcerers. 2 Star Pendulums. I was playing with 1, but I found 2 quite useful because I really want to see this card on the field. And also 2 Time Pendulum Graph. Again, I was playing with 1, but I like it at 2 because I don't have to worry about trying to search for it most of the time. Okay, now let's finish off with the extra deck. So, the main monster that you want to summon in Pendulum Magicians after Extreme Force are your Electromites. Yes, these are the Japanese versions. This just requires 2 Pendulum monsters, and in a Pendulum deck it's really easy to summon it, and with all of your monster effects that can get free bodies on the field as well, it makes it even easier. But if you don't know when to summon, you can send a Pendulum monster from the deck to your extra deck, and it can target 1 card, pop it, and then add a face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. So one of the main combos here is actually adding back your sorcerers from your extra deck, and then it also triggers their effects as well, and then it also lets you draw a card once per turn. So it's neat. It's really one of your starters of your turn. It helps you make your board, and I think playing 2 is the right number. In terms of the other Link monsters, I play 1 Borrow Load because I like the card and it's a really useful Link 4. 1 Decode and 1 Proxy Dragons, mainly for the Link marker placements. Play 1 Fusion monster, and I play Odd Eyes Vortex, and it's one of the main monsters that I want to make as soon as possible because it negates anything by shuffling a Pendulum monster from the extra deck. So, and it's got 3k defense, so it's quite hard to get over if you successfully summon it. So it's one of the main bosses that I try to summon in my deck. In terms of Synchro, Clear Wing Servant, who doesn't like wiping out the opponent's field on summon. Mega Hand Disruption and freeing your extra deck monster zone. Ignister for removal. Now, I also play some Xyz monsters. I play Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon. Yes, I could be playing the Servant version, but I just love this card. It's one of my favorite dragons from Arc 5. And look, I'm even playing with Yuto Sleeves because he's one of my favorite characters. So, yeah. I have no shame. I play with cards that I like instead of playing the most optimal cards sometimes. I'm not ashamed of that. And for the other Xyz, just for toolboxing, because you can make a lot of rank 4s, Castell for removal, Drunk Dude to stall, Spell Trap removal. This guy, I don't really make him that often anymore because all the other monsters are better options, but I just have him there just in case I want to search for any Dark Spellcasters or I want to combo with the Trap Pendulum Graph. And to finish off, we have Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, which you can make using your Astrograph Sorcerers, and then it's quite funny. If you have this and Electromite, you can make Decode Talker, this, and then that goes to Grave, and it specials out Vortex Dragon. So it's quite a neat card to have. So that's it. That's the main deck and the extra deck. So yeah, that's my Pendulum Magician deck. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Any ideas or criticisms, anything like that, I'm happy to read. Look, it's one of my favorite decks, and I'm glad I invested in it a long time ago. Electromite just makes the decks run so much better, and no doubt it will be one of the most sought after cards in Extreme Force. So anyway, I'll see you guys later.